We've all been there. When you want to ask someone for a favor or some kind of a request, but just as you walk up to them, you realize that they're just in a bad mood. Like, maybe they've been having a bad day, or maybe they're just, usually on the more unhappy side of the scale. And from experience, you know that when you ask for a request from someone who isn't in a good mood, it doesn't always go down too well. Well, the good news is that there is a way around that. What's going on, guys? It's Alistair here from the WAAAY, and in this video, I'm gonna walk you through how to get a moody or someone who's a bit unhappy to say yes to a request. And if you like this video, hit that like and subscribe button, because I'm gonna be helping you take advantage of psychology to hit your goals and to ace every interaction that you have with people. So with that, here's what's not to do in that situation, which also kind of seems like what most people try and do. They try and do what I call the nervous shrug. So you especially see this in an office environment where someone will go and ask the moody person for a request and they approach it extremely passively. Like they kind of teeter their way over and they're like, hey Annie. And it's almost like they're walking up to a dangerous wild animal and they just inch over and they sort of stutter their words and they're going with this over the top level of caution, and because they're approaching it so passively, bang, they get shut down. So instead of that, what you actually want to be doing is pretty much the exact opposite. So when you're thinking about asking someone who's in a bad mood for a favor, you want to start by realizing that their mood, all that is, it's their current emotional state. It's not fixed in stone. It's not permanent, and you can actually change other people's emotional states by simply having a stronger emotional state yourself. In fact, researchers at Harvard wanted to study the impact that having a positive, charismatic state would have on another person. So they had people who self-identified as charismatic and people who didn't identify as charismatic put in a conversation together. And what they found is that every single time, after speaking with the charismatic and the more positive person, the less charismatic person rated themselves as feeling happier time and time again. And now that's because of this concept called mirroring, which is that we subconsciously match the way we feel and the way we behave with the people we interact with. And usually, the person with the weaker emotional state matches the person with the stronger state. And now it's also why when you speak to someone who's in a really bad mood, it can sometimes be emotionally draining, because subconsciously, you're starting to match their emotional state. So when you're going up to someone that's moody and you're being really passive when you're asking for your request, you end up getting shut down because your state in that moment is so much weaker than theirs. So what you want to do is to get hyped up and get yourself in a positive state. Before you walk in, get yourself hyped up, put a smile on your face, and then go in. And just before you ask for a request, spend a few seconds having a positive conversation with them. Walk in and be like, Jenny, how's it going? Hey, I completely forgot to tell you about that awesome positive thing that happened before. And just have a quick little conversation with them. And bonus points if you can throw in a genuine compliment to lift their mood. Keyword here being genuine, like you don't have to lie. If you don't have a genuine compliment, that's okay, there's no need for it. And with that, since they're in a bad mood, there's a good chance that they might reply quite abruptly. And that's fine. All you gotta do is maintain a strong positive state, because subconsciously, and as you start to engage with them with positivity and charisma, kind of like, you just got good vibes, they will start to lift their mood because they're gonna start to mirror your emotional state. And then that's when you ask for your request, while the whole time staying completely positive, because that's gonna have the biggest impact on getting them to say yes. Instead of going in really passively, which is kind of like you're literally asking them to shut you down. So with that, if you like this video, join the team, subscribe and share this video out, because we're going to be helping you take advantage of proven psychological principles to achieve your goals and to ace every interaction that you have with people. And on top of that, we're going to occasionally be releasing exclusive videos that will only be available for 24 hours. So if you're not a part of the team, you're going to miss out on those. So be sure to follow us, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.